We've got courageous Chrishauna here.
Hello.
All right. Yeah, we like your picture.
Well, thank you very much.
All right. Now, where are we talking to you from? Where are you?
I am currently in Las Vegas.
Oh, you're in Vegas. Okay, cool.
That's where I'm from.
Right. We've talked to Austin, Texas. We've talked to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So it's good that we're keeping it nice and diverse. And now we're in Vegas. Why are you courageous?
Because I'm not afraid to be myself. I'm not going to curse or anything. But
no, this is a family program.
I know. And so I figure if people don't like you being who you are or don't like you being yourself, screw them.
Yeah, to heck with them.
Yeah, that's a better way of saying it, I think, probably.
Now, we were talking about the album at the beginning about, it basically starts off real funky, and it progressively gets darker. You're track 10. How does it feel to be track 10?
I mean, it's not track 1, but you
get something extra. Your track 1 plus a 0. You get a little bit of both. So you're on the darker half of the album. You're on. The tracks you sent me were. Can you talk a little bit about them, because they definitely were not very upbeat.
I'm not moody. I'm a moody song listener person. I like lyrics. I also like melodies that have a lyrical sense to them, and so you kind of feel them versus just kind of like listening to them. So no, they weren't as upbeat, but they have a feeling to them that is very interesting to me.
Cool. Now, do you remember what you sent me?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what did you send me?
I sent you... Oh, no. Wait. No, Fever Ray Wolf.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. And I like that one because that's one of my saucy mood.
It's a very, screamy track. It's a lot of... It's very... I don't know the right word for it, but very dirty, very...
It's primal.
Yeah, very primal. Good way to put it, yeah.
And so I sent that one. I sent my favorite song ever made, which is Just As You Imagine.
That's a beautiful song. That's also in a 5/4 time signature.
Yes, and it kind of makes me feel more like that's my shit's getting real song. Crap's getting real.
Stuff is getting real. Things are getting real. Now that song, so I just want to make a note of it. That was one thing I really liked about that piece, is that I really wanted to work with some odd time signatures in the album, and that one definitely takes the cake. It's 5/4. Now your piece, the way I generated the main loop you're going to hear, it's actually this weird program that creates like a math equation. So it's actually in 4/4, but the way the beat feels, it makes you feel like it's in a different time signature. So it's kind of a cool thing. And then you sent me this track called by Trent Moeller, Vamp.
Yes.
And that song was interesting, and actually you're going to hear that in the beat. The beat was very inspired by this track. It was this dark, electronic, almost ambient song.
I think I picked that one because in my everyday life, I feel kind of. I mean, I'm not complicated and deep. But
you're courageous.
But I am complicated and deep, a little witchy most of the time, and that's how it felt. That's how that song made me feel. It was kind of like kind of witchy and saucy and serious and So
cool. Now, I've mentioned it a few times tonight, but during the making of this album, Jeff Hanneman from Slayer died, and he was a big influence of mine. So you're going to hear when he died, because this album's kind of going along this song's going along this certain path, and then all of a sudden, Slayer just takes over, and so there's a big Slayer influence on this track. Now, the main melody line is interesting because it comes from a film that I worked on. It was a rejected film cue. It was this film I worked on about a immigrant coming to the United States, and there's actually been it was the last of 3 of the rejected film cues. The first rejected film cue became Love Renewed, which is on Love Story.
Yay. Okay.
The second rejected film cue is actually appropriate because Larissa is here tonight. It became As I Am, Deep Sea Blue. And The third is going to be the one we hear tonight, which just fit this track perfectly, which is Courageous Chrishauna. Are you ready to hear your song?
I'm super ready.
All right, well, here we go. This is not a feel-good number, but I think you'll like it. I think it matches a lot of the stuff that you sent over, and let's give it a listen. Here we go. Courageous Chrishauna.
That was epic.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, epic is definitely a good word to describe that tune.
Epic. That was definitely epic. That was actually really perfect. That is now my theme song. Like, Shaft.
No, my name is Monk.
Monk. How's the song? Right? When he walks in, you're like, who's that? Shaft. Whatever. Anyway. Minus this one having lyrics. This is my song. I like it. I love it.
Yeah, so maybe we'll just add a Chrishauna before it starts. Would that work for you? Just talking about Chrishauna. Jeez. Cool, so I'm glad you like it. I really enjoyed the music you sent over, and I really enjoy doing electronic music, so it was perfect. And that 9 Inch Nails song is really cool too. So cool. Well, thank you. We'll be in touch.
All right.
All right. Ciao.